Welcome to Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is July the 7th, 2026. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw because we got new champions. We got a return that happened. We got a lot of random things happening here. But we do have to talk about something sad, ladies and gentlemen. Another person from WWE departed from WWE. And his name is Sheamus. Sheamus is no longer in the WWE. My hair is a mess. He is no longer in the WWE. He just said on, I believe, social media that he's not renewing his contract. Or WWE did not want to renew his contract. He was injured the whole time. I believe so. He was injured. And that's why you haven't seen him on Raw the last couple months. But now, ladies and gentlemen, he's gone. He's gone from the WWE. That sucks. Another old school guy like the New Day left WWE, and it's shocking, man. The guy been there for almost a decade. When did he start? Like 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18, 19, that's 10 years, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Almost 2 decades, man. My goodness, 17 years he's been in there. 17 years he's been in WWE. My craziness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we still don't know anything about this new DLC that's coming up with the Hardys, Jelly Roll, Lady Shani. I don't know anything what's happening with this DLC. 2K hasn't really told us anything. They're not showing us pictures. They're not showing us entrances. I think it might happen on the 17th. That's coming up like next week, I believe. Let me check my calendar here. Let me check my calendar, baby. Yeah, so next week, next Friday, it's going to be the 17th, but I don't know, is it going to happen on the 17th or the 22nd? People are saying a whole bunch of different days. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I do want to hurry up and get it because I want the Hardys, man. I want the Hardys! And I want Lady Shani to help my AAA women's division because I don't have a lot of women in there. I had a crazy tournament, WWE versus AAA, and whoever wins, if AAA wins, they get a shot of the NXT Championship. But if WWE wins, because I put some main roster guys in there, like Damian Priest, if you guys didn't know, he debuted in AAA now. I think it was last weekend. And I put all of those guys, all the current guys that signed with AAA, and I got like some guys that got released from WWE, like Santos and the YS6 in the AAA. So what I did is put a tournament, and whoever wins, they get a shot. It's supposed to be NXT versus AAA, but we got some Raw and SmackDown guys. So we put I put a tournament in there. And we had a crazy tournament. We got Psycho Clown versus Javon Evans for the NXT title at Worlds Collide. And on the women's side, we got Sol Ruka versus Flammer. I think I would love to see that match. I would like to see Psycho Clown versus Javon Evans. Oh my goodness. But ladies and gentlemen, I had a great, I had this idea a long time ago for Worlds Collide for this tournament. And it went perfectly good. I got some good wrestlers going for it, and it was crazy. I enjoyed it. I think the men's was a little better than the women's, because I don't have a lot of women's AAA. I got Nikki Cross in there, but there's a lot of women's I don't know who they are. And some reason, some of the women I do know wasn't even in the tournaments, because I did a random draw to see who's going to be in the tournament. So yeah, that's pretty cool what I did. I thought it was pretty cool. How am I doing my Worlds Collide? All my championships, it's supposed to be NXT versus AAA at Worlds Collide. Because NXT has not a lot of pay-per-views, so does AAA. So I put AAA all their titles gets defended on NXT's PLEs. But Worlds Collide is like Survivor Series, but there's no Survivor Series. There's no Survivor Series traditional tag team match or War Games match. What we do have is all the championships from NXT and AAA on the line. The only titles I don't have on the line is the Women's North American title and my 2 Speed titles. But every other title, I got the World title, the Mid-Card title, the Tag titles, and we got the AAA's Cruiserweight title on the line at Worlds Collide. So I got 9 matches in total for one PLE. I think it's going to be a pretty cool show. I don't know what you guys are doing with your Worlds Collide, but that's what I did with my Worlds Collide. And I can't wait to play it. I'm not even there yet. I'm still on deadline. It's on December, at the end of December. And deadline is first. So whoever is the NXT champion after deadline will face Psycho Clown for the NXT championship. I had a trick or treat gauntlet match for my Halloween Havoc 30-man gauntlet eliminator match. And you won't believe who won it. Tank Ledger is my new number contender to NXT championship. Is he going to win that deadline? I don't think so. I would like to see Psycho Clown versus Javon Evans. I like to play that match. I don't know about Tank Ledger. And my women's Halloween trick or treats gauntlet match. I only had 10 women because we don't have a lot of women in NXT. Now we put AAA in there, so maybe now it will be 30 women. I don't think so. I only have a freaking 10 in the women's spots in AAA. That's why I want to hurry up with Lady Shawnee to come out. But we have a 10-1, and the person that won that and will face my NXT Women's Champion, Blake Moreau, will be Jada Parker. And the sucky part is that they don't. I wish that they put the Iron Survivor Challenge match in the game, because you have Deadline, but you don't have the Pacific match for Deadline. So my Iron Survivor Challenge is another gauntlet match, eliminator match, but there will be qualified matches for the 6 people that will be in the match. That's the sucky part. I could make like an Iron Man match for 6 people, but I did that last time in I think it was 2K24, and I got like a fatal 4-way match, and I didn't want a fatal 4-way match. So yeah, I didn't really like that. I don't know if you guys care what I say, but that's that. But ladies and gentlemen, we got Monday Night Raw. We got Oba Femi's segment with technically Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman came out talking about Brock Lesnar, talking about the Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam. And ladies and gentlemen, he just talks so much, I got bored. But when he was about to leave, Oba Femi came out. And he says that he has to destroy Brock Lesnar, and he needs to end this story. Get rid of it. And the only way to do that is inside the Hell in a Cell. Nothing really big happened, so yeah. To start off Monday Night Raw, we got Seth Rollins coming out talking about Roman Reigns and their match at SummerSlam. Not a big thing happened, but yeah. Seth Rollins got interrupted by LA Knight, because LA Knight is getting tired of people talking about the Bloodline and Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins did the same thing with the Bloodline with the numbers. And he says he's the only guy that could stop these guys, because you guys always attacking me. But when LA Knight and Seth Rollins done talking, Seth Rollins walked out, and Jimmy Uso was behind LA Knight, super kicked him in the face. He got his revenge. But ladies and gentlemen, when Jimmy Uso was doing his interview with Jackie, LA Knight looks like he was about to attack Jimmy, but he got attacked by Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu says, we had to go to SmackDown, because Jimmy says, I'm going to get Solo next. We will see what happens there. Our first match is for the World Tag Team titles. Paul Heyman told Austin Theory and Braun Breaker, if you don't win the tag titles, don't come back to me. So, if they don't win the tag titles, The Vision is over. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match, but at the end, we got Logan Paul. He got caught with the brass knucks. But he had a second pair, and he slides it to Braun Breaker. But I think Angelo Dawkins stopped it. And he was about to use the brass knucks until Maxine Dupree comes out and low blows Angelo Dawkins and your winners and new World Tag Team Champions, the Division. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a smoochie. Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory kissed. So now it looks like it's Austin Theory, just like Dirty Dom, got a girlfriend for the story. Ladies and gentlemen, when they were about to, they're leaving in the car because Logan Paul says, "I love you guys," and he won't stop yelling. So, and Paul Heyman is happy that they did it, but that's step one. There's a lot more steps. Paul Heyman's happy, but he says at least somebody did something right. And Austin Theory thought it was him, but Paul Heyman says, "I'm talking to her. I'm talking to Maxine Dupree." So they got in the car drove away, and you saw Akira Tozawa and Otis trying to run after Maxine Dupree. Oh my God, that broke my heart. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had 3 titles on the line, but during the show, beginning of the show, Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes talked to each other. Cody Rhodes wanted to say, "Good luck, and I will see you out there." But, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes got attacked by Gunther, got put through a table, and then Gunther had some words to say to Sami, saying that he's a paper champion, he had a fluke win, and then, ladies and gentlemen, he smashes the Sami Zayn's car door into Cody Rhodes' head, and Cody was bleeding through his ear. So the match is canceled, but we thought it was canceled. Sami Zayn says, "Okay, I could have a break," but Adam Pearce says, "We're going to give you a championship match. It's not against Cody; it will be somebody else." Adam Pearce trying to find people. Nick Aldis is not really making anything easier for Adam Pearce, yelling at Gunther and all that stuff, yelling at Adam Pearce. It's not helping. But Nick Aldis says he called somebody, he found a replacement for Sami Zayn, and he's in the building. I'll tell you guys who that is when we get there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next match of the evening, we got the Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line. Sol Ruca versus Raquel Rodriguez. And the winner of that match, even the Judgment Day try to help, but Io Sky comes out, attacks the Judgment Day, the winner of that match, and still your Women's Intercontinental Champion, Sol Ruca. And ladies and gentlemen, they just announced next week there's going to be a Gauntlet Eliminator match for a no one contendership to the Intercontinental title. Rusev, Ethan Page, Javon Evans, Joe Hendry, Chad Gable, Dragon Lee. I believe that's it. All of them will be in there. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see 4 of them in a tag team match. Rusev and Ethan Page versus Chad Gable and Dragon Lee. Awesome match, but the winner of that match was Rusev and Ethan Page. And Rusev wouldn't leave those guys alone. He was doing accolades on everybody. Joe Hendry comes out trying to make the save. He got taken out. Nobody else came out. But that's what happened there. Our main event, Sami Zayn comes out to find out who his opponent is. They're in Chicago. Cody's gone. Gunther got kicked out of the arena. Who is it? It's the returning of CM Punk. People thought CM Punk was done with the WWE. I'm happy that why he was gone is not because he got suspended. Because every time he left AEW, he got suspended or he got injured. Thank God none of those happened. I think he just had family time with AJ Lee. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a great match. But the winner of that match, after a Huma kick and a GTS, CM Punk is your new WWE Champion. After 9 days, Sami Zayn loses the WWE title. That's all me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT results. Tyler's out. Bye.